Sawapedia is pleased to uh, interview a very interesting writer, poet, journalist, photographer, and an environmentalist, Dadu Mandrekar. Dadu Mandrekar over here has also worked in social reform. He's an Ambedkarite and has also participated in various Buddhist movements. He writes as a self-conscious Dalit and has contributed a lot to Konkani literature, writing from a Dalit perspective. Dadu Mandrekar, I would like to thank you for your time, and without further ado, let me just quickly get to the point of why we are here, that is to know about what you have contributed to Konkani literature. So tell us something about your writings. That is, when you started to write, what type of writings you have done, and also why you started to write.
Basically, I started writing in Marathi, basically. Then I turned into Konkani. But my two books are released. That one is the poetry collections, Shapi Surya, and other book of Vaishkrut Gomanta, both are from Marathi. Vaishkrut Gomanta, it is a prose. It's a tremendous focus on Dalit livings and their instincts, what higher class community has atrocities their house. And basically it is related with the Mahar community, which are stay in Goa, especially in Pedne Taluka, Saptari, and Saptari, and Dicholi. So in these three taluka, there is village, there is Mahar community. I born that community. Now I don't believe any caste, creed, religion, God, anything. But that time, the culture, discriminated culture, atrocity term. Atrocity term. Some are different from everything. Everything is everything. So if Dr. Baba Sahib would have not born in India, what would have happened to India? I do not know. Now we are the citizens of India, and we are giving some to our country. Though the country has not given to us anything. It was the situation till 1950. Because if the constitution has established 1950, at that time we have got the basic right of human, which we have denied thousands of years, since thousands of years. And from that, this is the process which I have made up. And I stood with all my feet. Now I can think, I can write, I can do many things. So what work I have done, it's in my money. I have not taken any single money from anywhere, even than government also. And so this is I sometimes feel bad, this discrimination. So when I came to know that Constitution has given everything to us, then I started, what is the Constitution? I started searching. Then I came to know, I realized that Constitution should go each and every man's mind with easy manners. That's how I started to release one magazine. It is related with the Constitution, that is Prajasatta. Last 10 years, this work I am doing in 4 languages, Hindi, English, Marathi and Konkani, and it goes national level. Even the Supreme Court judge also admire me. No person from Goa not admire me. Why? So everyone telling that there is no discrimination, there is no caste system, there is no system. But I am telling you,
Yeah.
caste system is everywhere. If you are good or Ambedkar, the nation has not accepted Ambedkar.
So if I may interrupt, so you are saying that one of the most important reasons, perhaps the only reason for you to write or start to write, is because of deep-seated caste prejudices that are prevalent in Goa. So yeah, is that what you are trying to say?
Definitely, everybody has this. Everybody always feel that I should express myself. I should express, but they are not getting any media also. Fortunately, in my childhood, at the age of 15, when I read the Ambedkar biography, I came to know, "Arey, what is my life? What is it? I have to fight like the Ambedkar, and this is my way. I have to walk on Ambedkar's way only. And on which way? By taking weapons or by taking any guns in me to take my right? No. Then Ambedkar has fully given that you have to go, you have to fight, you are in proper manner, that means constitutional way. So constitutional way is only writing and speeches and drawing and whatever it is. What medium you have exercising, that we have expressed. So basically, I got education, even when I started writing also, and I came to realize that my media is, writing media is the best powerful media. So I started this thing. But basically it was the first in Marathi, basically Marathi. Now I am writing in Konkani also, fluently Konkani also.
Yes.
So Konkani, yeah, okay, fine.
So if you could just dwell on the shift from Marathi, you started writing in Marathi, and so what is the reason you also started writing in Konkani?
What happened now, I came to realize the Konkani language, this is the official language.
Right, in the Nagari.
Yeah, but forget it, Konkani language, it is related with the Konkan regions. It is simulated with limited in Konkan region only. But it is, if you are when in Nagpur, no one can understand Marathi. But whatever you are writing in Marathi, it can understand Nagpur also, it can understand Goa also. So basically, when my pain I should express. I express my pain only. So which media is larger, that I should use. Because now I am the representative of social reformers. I don't want my book should be published. Yeah, I should become a writer. My intention, my dream, this whole world should be happy. In what way? There are 4 principles in our constitution, laid down in our constitution: liberty, equality, fraternity, and justice. These are the 4 pillars of our constitution. This fundamental right of the human. So you have to propagate this. So that I came to know. And if I want to do something for the downtrodden people, this right should be exercised, which give them fundamental rights of humanity. So that's why I started, and I give priority Marathi writing rather than Konkani. Even then I am writing Konkani also, and I have seen that Konkani people, even then they are meeting me also, and they are not saying me, oh, you are a good article. I have seen that article, you are good, congratulations. No one saying. No one saying, but my basically writing is so different from others. But my feel and my pain is like this only, because even Konkani men also, they observe untouchability and they follow caste structure. That's why they are not giving me any recognition or inspiration.
So at the beginning, I had introduced you as somebody who self-consciously writes and identifies himself as a Dalit. Is this a correct assessment?
Yeah, I am basically Dalit. But what do you mean by Dalit? So whenever we are defining like this only, Dalit. So Dalit is a underestimated sectors. Barabar? I am not equal man. It's like this only, that I am not equivalent to other person also. So I am not considering myself Dalit. I am a human being. I am a good citizen of India. So whatever my writing is there, it is related with the humanity. Basically I am Dalit, but why once upon a time they have given this name. Upper caste people, they have given for their this betterment, that Dalit or downtrodden. Now I am considering myself, because now I am the one of the builder of these nations. I am small person. I am the one of the builder of this nation. So Dalit, basically I am writing for Dalit. But I am not considering that my writing is my writing is a Dalit literature or this thing. My writing is considered all human aspects.
Right. Okay. But a lot, that many say Bahujan, people from the Bahujan Samaj in Goa do not may identify themselves as the Dalits. Although they may identify themselves as Bahujan, they do not identify themselves as Dalits. So in this, I was more interested in knowing why you made that sort of a conscious choice to use Dalit as a label.
See, if you want to, you have to achieve your dreams, whatever it is. You have to follow some idea. That may be rightist or leftist, whatever it is. Correct?
Yeah.
Bahujan has been deprived by the upper caste people. Correct? So they don't have any ideological base. They don't have any ideological identity. I have my ideological identity. Basically, I am an Ambedkar ideologist. So I follow constitution. I don't believe any God. But all Bahujan people, they believe God. But the God has exploited them since last thousands of years. But their clutches are so deep and so strong, they cannot live. I don't have any belief. I am the fearless man. I don't have any belief. So the Bahujan people, they don't have their ideological. That's why they don't have, if they write also, they don't have their ideological identity. My ideological identity there, because I follow Ambedkar, I follow Constitution, I follow Buddha. And these all three I follow Jyotiba Phule, I follow Savitribai Phule. These are my ideological ones. They have shown me what the path which leads to the entire humanity of the world. And we even then we do not believe any country barriers also. We don't believe in country barrier also, because the whole world should be happy, and by way of developing there without caste and creed, without base of caste and creed and religion.
What I want to know next from you is how has your personal experiences
Regarding
in your life throughout your say childhood and later life has shaped how you write and what you write, and if it is possible, then I would like to have an anecdote or an incident in your life that you went back so that to get inspiration or to write, like thinking about it, to write from.
fighting against the higher caste attitude I brought up in my village in Mandrekar. So basically from birth to 18 years I spent over there. But I have seen that I don't want to blame them now, because they are the part of the caste system. My village is part of the caste system. My country is also part of the. So I don't want to blame them because of their atrocity. But atrocities everywhere, which I faced in my childhood also. When my mother was going to village, I was also used to go to with her. That time also they are giving me something, eating things by throwing down. You understood?
Yeah.
And even then I have to stand up, not in their padvi or veranda. I have to go in their angan. So why? Because the fear of untouchability. Even the untouchability, the concept is so bad in the world, I cannot describe. Even now you can take your dog into your house, on your bed, in your kitchen, into your kitchen also. But any person from downtrodden community, he cannot come to your house. What is whatever? So I have seen this and I have experienced this thing. I fought against this. Even then, once upon a time, the tea was also not served in the hotel to this person. Now some incidents are there, but now it was given. That means it is not eradicated. Untouchability is not eradicated. It is still there in the other form also. But people know that if we follow untouchability, we can be in through prison.
Right.
So only because of that fear, no one practically observing untouchability. But untouchability. Then after I started working everywhere, and I was working with the industry department as a government servant. So when I transferred everywhere, even then I was not getting a shelter in the Hindu family. A simple room also to stay there. This also I face. Sometimes, Sarvajanik Vihar was so common, what we call commonwealth. So, but the Mahar community or any Samar community or any this thing, they cannot straightway come there and to fill the water by their hand. It's happened now also in everywhere. So sometimes what happens, Goan people, they are beating drum that we are equal, we are very progressive. No. This is, even then I am now learning people. I am not good man. Every person come to me as a research person, all this thing. But whenever any person come to my related village or any, they are not taking even a single tree to my house. My house is full of books with instrument, music instrument. So whatever it is there, everything is you. But in my house also, some people who came from near our village also, they do not take any tea also or whatever also. How I feel. So this is the caste system. So sometimes I feel very bad. Very bad. I think so why I should call this my country. Sometimes I feel, but Ambedkar has warned me, they have taught me, no, this is your country, you have to fight. So, this is my country, I honor about my country also. But sometimes the people they are not, there is one sentence, you know that now, all brother and sister, my brothers and all, one oath is there. Everyone knows that. In school, everyone has to, this thing, where, who obeys it? No one is. No one is. People believe caste, people believe religion, people believe God, but they do not, Indian people do not believe in humanity. So this is the factor. And many persons in even Konkani also, many writers are there. So what they are writing? Actually they are writing what their novels subject should be this, no? Maybe Pundik Naik or many persons are there. But they are not highlighting this. They are thinking what Dadu Mandrekar should highlight this. No? Why I should only? This is not my pain only. This is nation's pain, no? So they don't have any ideological thing. That's why this is happening. You understood?
Yeah. We can come back to that later, but before that, I would like you to talk a bit more about how Ambedkar's writings have influenced you. Slightly, if you could elaborate slightly more.
Yeah, in the school now also, no any teacher teaching you Ambedkar's, or not saying about Savitribai Phule, but not telling about Mahatma Jyotirao Phule. In my school also, where I was Mandra school, no one has thing. But when I was SSC, and I suddenly got the biography of Dr. Ambedkar at the age of 16 or 17, 16 or 15 or 17 something. By that time I was reading and I was getting, that time I suddenly realized, what's this Ambedkar? This is the Ambedkar. First what I was thinking here, Ambedkar born in Mahar community, that's why he's our person. But when I read Ambedkar biology, that I told that Ambedkar not a caste-based man, he's an entire human fighter, human fighters. He fight for human dignity. He fight for human existence. He fight for human rights. No anyone. And there are much controversy between Gandhiji and Ambedkar. Only because even that time Ambedkar has asked this freedom fighter, though they are fighting it, to whom you are fighting? For Swatantra? For liberty? For whom the liberty is required? Now since 3000 years you were the owner of this country. And now you are fighting, so suppose it is liberated. Who will be rule over this? You only, So what will be our share? What will be our role? So I am not with you. I wanted to fight with the human dignity and everything. So he started alone person. See, one side Gandhiji was there, Vallabhbhai Patel was there, Nehru was there, Tata was there, Birla was there, and Ambedkar alone was one side along with their poor peoples, and that is Mahar community. He could have said that time, take weapons and burn this whole country. He has not done that. So he says that I am the first Indian man, last also Indian man, and he has given so noble teaching to their thing. Now they build up India, not higher caste people. I'm telling you fact. The scavenger, I should not tell like this also. Still they are carrying their night shows on their heads. You know. This should be shame to this country. But no one becoming shame, even then any writer or any thinking or any ideology. Are these brothers of all? You have to stop it. This is this thing.
What happens in this sort of scheme of things as you described? What happens if the writer is a Catholic but also from the lower caste? I mean, are you...
What I didn't understand.
No, in this sort of scheme of things, what if the writer is a Catholic? Are you aware of any writings written by, say, Catholics?
You will be surprised. You know that. So in Portuguese, what dharmantar, what we call it? Conversions in India. Even the Chamar who converted, Chamar converted, they become Chamar Christians.
Yeah.
Now their localities also aside. Who convert Mar converters that become Mark Christians.
Yeah.
They are also, and they even then Christian group also not taking them into them.
Right.
And their work is also quite separate,
Yeah.
to dig the
graves.
Yeah, graves in there. So what I think, sometimes we tell Christianity is equal, they give you equality. But in Goa, I feel it is not like this one, And Christian Mar are there, Christian Chamar are there, and even Brahman Christians are there also, and Brahman Christian also is there. So it is horrible now, and I was thinking. So now how they will create equal atmosphere? Even then, now the fighting is there also, the Konkani script and the Roman. That is also very bad because you cannot achieve anything. First off, you are very few people are there. Now among them you are divided into two groups. Konkani script, mostly Hindu man cannot read. But this is also sometimes happen now. So what I should, so if any writing giving inspiration to the society, it should be deliberately think what I should write, what way I have to write. It is not happening.
So what would you say that needs to, in the literary field, like let's say just confine ourselves to the literature or literary field in Konkani, what do you feel should be done to democratize or reform this literary field? The way things are happening, what do you think should happen so that it changes for the better?
See, if you want to make social reform among the society, then first you have to see that what is your ideals. As far as I am concerned, my ideals is our constitution. So when I am going to write, I am going to write like this one, that principles will be. But many persons, if any person belong to Christian community, first he will believe that Christian religion. Or any Hindu person are there, he will believe in that. So this person too both cannot give society ideological base. You understood, I think. So whatever Christian was, Yeshu Krista or Gautam Buddha or any Krishna, or that should be related to our constitution. This thing related to our house only. So whenever you are coming in public place, your uniform code should be there. Uniform code of ideology. That is not. And when that will happen, society will come in high levels. That is not happen. And this is the fundamental duty of the any thinkers or writers or poets.
So, in light of the fact of the script issue, you just briefly mentioned it a while ago, and so it is very obvious to all of us that there is a rift between the different two script users in Goa. One is the Nagri, which is the official one, and the Romi, which is not been recognized as such. So, keeping that in mind, I would like you to answer two questions. One is, your own writings in Konkani are in the Nagari script. So as such, how do you negotiate this sort of conflict when you write, or what you have thought about it when you write, and also keeping this conflict in mind, the writings of other Bahujan writers?
I realize my strength, my limitations, and I know I have 2-3 languages. Good, I can speak, I can write. That is Konkani, in Devanagari, Marathi, Hindi. Sometimes I write English also. Yeah. So why I should jump into this this thing? Because no, unnecessarily my energy will be spoiled. No. So what I in my hand, I should go with that knowledge. So Konkani, Devanagari, Marathi, and Hindi, this language I can write very well. So whatever I want to know, what space I have, what time I have to utilize in this manner only. So whatever they are doing or fighting, I don't want to bother about it. Why? My issue is not a language. My issue is the equality. My issue is a fraternity. My issue is a justice. And my issue is a liberty. So I have to gain it again, and I have to establish my identity as a good citizen of India. I don't want I am a Buddhist person, I am an Ambedkar person, but I am the good citizen of India.
And what are your thoughts about other Bahujan writers writing in the Nagari script of Konkani?
If they are doing good, then but instead of doing or instead of inspiring rituals or religious thing, they have to use their pain for social improvement, for downtrodden people. They have to go and wipe the tears of the people who, you know that one group is staying in jungle. That is a tribal community. If tomorrow they have write to the High Court judge, because this government has not given me any single kapro and not school also, the judge will notice to the government because he is a citizen, but he do not know the right of their work. Okay, fine, he do not know, but can we go there and tell or express them their duty? No, it's not happening. That is I am telling you, I am being so multifaceted man, and though I am multifaceted man, I am struggling for my existence in Goa. It is horrible. It is horrible. You will not believe at all. Sometimes I am not going to any home, inside home also now, because I do not know what kind of treatment they will give me inside. So I fear. You want to do what I say? If even my village or any surrounding village also, I am not entering any person, Hindu person inside. They might have given me in the separate cup also. No, this is my insult, dignity of my humanity, dignity of my citizenship, insult of my citizenship. It's happened. It can be happen. Even high caste people are not ready to sit with me.
Today, even today.
Today also. Because they don't like to sit one, we call it pangat. Pangat means all sit together and eat. But they don't like, if any person from downtrodden people, you came and sit with them, they don't like. They don't like, I am telling you. Even now. When we will finish this, wipe out this whole system? There are many provisions in our constitution. But not any writer, not any single thinker, not any social reformer running behind this. All are running behind the Baba, religious factors and all these things.
In light of what you said about how you experience untouchability on a daily basis, even today, I would like to know what has been or how has been the response to the articles that you have written for Sunapran. If you could talk in detail about the response over the years that you have got.
Everyone read, but no one, even then, today release article and someone meet me, He will not say, Dadu, I have written your article, I have read your article, good or bad. He will not reflect. He will not reflect. I am telling that is my all over the world country people, they phone me, they tell me, but not again gone any single gone person, any meet also, congratulations Dadu, never.
I would like you to give us a glimpse of one of your most important works, whether in Marathi or whether in Konkani, doesn't matter, but the most important thing that you have written, important according to you.
Shri Vaishkrut Gomantak is the most powerful book, but it has been deliberately, they have taken care, it should not be read in masses in Goa. Vaishkrut Gomantak.
It's in Marathi.
Vaishkrut Gomantak means, Vaishkrut means boycotted. Goa means Goa.
Yeah.
Boycotted Goa. So boycotted Goa means, you know that each and every corner, Mar communities are there, and they are outside of the villages. So what is there, how it's happened that I have reflected all in that book. This book is everybody should read, and I think so everybody has read it, but no one has talked about much, because it is fear. One thing other no. Dadu Mandrekar, they know Dadu Mandrekar is great, but if they said no, Dadu Mandrekar is great, that will be for shame to them. That's why they are not telling.
So in this book, Vaishkrut Gomantak, could you tell us what you have written? So just introduce our viewers to what that book is, since you also say that it is not being read widely or not being allowed to circulate widely. So I think it would be nice if you could just tell us in brief what you have written in
this
this
is
book.
now out of print, but the living of Mahar community, their rituals, their instincts, everything I have highlighted in there. And how the higher caste people and higher caste culture, they have dominated them, and they keep the untouchable there, and how they are now living that. Every story I narrated there. And I think that book should be translated into English. I don't have any diamonds, but it should be translated into English. Because now, if it is read widely in English readership also, so that will be impacted. And what is my lastly I want to learn, unless you change your attitude, the society cannot change. Now every person wear pant and shirt. Now every person put this wear, but attitude is not changed. We are civil society in physically. We are uncivil. My comments this is. Though it may be a writer, you may be a chief minister, you may be because recently I have written a big article. So all minister also how they have observed caste system. I highlighted this. That is in Marathi. I think I have given to you. So yeah, we have to change ourselves. First, we have to consider we are the human being, and we have to help to each other to bring them in the certain level and equal level. So my work is for that. My struggle is for that. I'm fighting for that also.
So you edit two magazines, one on environment, one on the environment, another on the constitution. So tell us first on the magazine that you edit on environment. What is it called?
Paryavaran.
Okay, and tell us something about that. When did you start?
Okay, first I have released first magazine when I came to know that our constitution is everything. Even then birds also fly this thing. It's taking something ideological this thing and it's fly,
Yeah.
So your constitution gives protection to the birds. Constitution gives protection to the butterfly. Constitution gives protection to the soil. Constitution gives protection to the this thing. Right? This is everywhere, like air, no. So I came to realize this, no. the contribution aspect and ideology should go widely to the society. But contribution cannot read by, because now it is language and other things. So I determined that why should I not release one magazine on constitutions. So I started long before 10 years back, and now it has been a milestone of my life. And it now it widely goes across the country, and even Supreme Court judge also, retired judge also, they admire me this thing. So I inspire. But in Goa, no one was single Dadu. Wow, Dadu has done good work also. Then I came to know that the other things are environment, which is related to each and every moment of our life, routine. Then I released that magazine also last 2 years back. So every year both magazines are going to release. But unfortunately, I am not getting any help from the government also in this form of advertisement. So I have written to the article, I have written letter to the chief minister also. This good magazine, I am going to close only because of advertisement. So I have now taken decision to stop these magazines by releasing. But these are my good achievements, and one type of separate, quite different this thing. One is one is constitution, and other is so both issue I handle in that strength only. One person. Simultaneously, I have done lot of work in photography. 80,000 photographs I have made, and I have kept in there birds, insects, water, tanks, mountain, shishos. You understood? So any person you want to make a study or PhD or anything, so I have, but no one has given me help. And now my latest project is birds video library. Birds video library. That is also I am working. So simultaneously I handle all issues also. But does the government people was the fundamental duty to come me, to embrace me, to admire me? No one is. I am very painful. Sometimes I feel, why should I live? Why should I stay in Goa? Because I am born in Goa. But now I will have to think whether I should live here or go outside. Anyway, even outside also caste systems are there. So that same experience will be there. So, but we have to create such kind of atmosphere where Bahujan people, Bahujan society people, or writer or any artist should live happily and should
enjoy life.
No, should himself what we call express himself. Their pain or their whatever explanation by way of their media, whatever it is. That may be by brush or maybe by pen or maybe by painting or whatever it is. But we have to create good atmosphere in Goa.
So tell us how you combine your interest in photography and writing. How do you, is it part of the same process or is it separate things for you?
This is a great story. When the society has rejected me, directly or indirectly, I was searching my friend. I was searching my friend. Where was my friend? No one was my friend. Now I am telling now also no, because any friend also came. Not friend, even then he is not taking tea to me, no. So this is what's a great pain of this. So simultaneously it was a very great pain. Then I was searching the happiness. Then happiness give me plants. That happiness give me flowers. That happiness give me flowers. Then happiness give me birds or a cloud, whatever it is. And then I started saying, why I should not capture this? Then I started photography very, not young age, last 10 years. But in 10 years, I have achieved good things in photography. Good thing. Even I have character photography there also. Landscape photography is there.
And you have held exhibitions?
Yeah, I have 4 exhibitions. One is inaugurated by Gulzar. Gulzar from this thing, industries, film industries. And other is released by Chief Minister of Goa in Pune. Now total so far 4 exhibitions, and I have 400 photographs, big size I placed there. Big size photograph I placed there. There are tanks, waterfalls, and everything in different type of. Even then one corner, one section was there, my people, my country. So those children who doesn't have anything, their faces I put there, their pain I put there. So I am doing something for the betterment of my society.
So photography was sort of an escape. In a sense, it was an escape, but writing for you was a way to demand rights, to demand equality, to demand justice.
Yeah, it's
Am I
not
right?
escape to me, but I have established. I have to prove that I am the artist, I am the writer, I am the good person, and there are many medias in my hand, writing, photography. I established myself. And what I wanted to tell you, now there are many other projects also. I am writing one novel that can change many things in the India, because I have to re-establish the Indian society in that novel. That is novel name is Magoa. Magoa means follow. So that is going on. Let us see. So when my project will be finished.
Yeah, I think this will be about what we had to know from you.
Only I have to comment. This journey is my pleasant journey. It was painful journey, pleasant journey. Now I started my journey at the age of 15. Madhav Gadkari was the editor of Lok Satta. Now he was the editor of Gomantak. He brought me at that time when I was 16 years old from Mandre to this. And I started by this thing. I have now keep aside from all, even then alcohol, from any smoking and whatever it is, I keep myself. And I have now came to the Dr. Ambedkar followers. I am an alone person to my parents, alone son to my parents. There was no sister and brother. So sometimes I feel that I should have any sister or brother. Sometimes I feel now they are not there. No, it's okay because now I am the travelers of the social reform. It could have been a hurdle to me now, but my mother and father has given tremendous help to me in that my journey. That's why I could have achieved this thing. And even my wife Anila, she's from Bombay. She has also given good support and this thing to me in this way. Otherwise it would have not happened. So Dale, I am thank you very much for this thing you are talking.
Thank you.
This is I am not running behind any publicity or anything. I am keeping myself aside from any publicity. But you have desire, you have shown interest in things. That's why I have revealed myself. So thank you very much.
Thank you. It was a pleasure, and thank you for your time. We hope that your project of equality and justice may reach far more people that has until now sort of evaded you. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure. Yeah.